Good morning, how are you? Today's a super exciting day for me. I am so happy that after what seemed like an eternity of summer, we all know it wasn't, but it felt like it, easily 4 months of summer for us. Uh, Sometimes it could be up to 6 months of summertime. Anyway, it's October, fall is finally here. Woke up this morning, I think it was 49 degrees, it's 63 right now. And what makes today so exciting is that I've been putting off a lot of garden projects just due to the heat. And when it's a lot cooler, we all know it's so much more enjoyable to be out in the garden. I have quite a bit of salvia that I've had on clearance that I've needed to get in the ground. I have a Merit Supreme hydrangea that I want to take out of its pot, put in the ground where I want it to stay permanently. 4 flats of snapdragons and violas that I would like to put in the front walkway. I'm going to talk about that when I get up there, if I have time today. But last year, I took vincas out of a certain flower bed, cut them all down, replanted them, because I heard if your winter is mild enough, at least in zone 9, they'll come back. And I know they're considered an annual, but I wanted to show you my little experiment that I was successful in them coming back this year. So the ones I replanted, the vincas, are almost double the size of the new ones that I planted in our flower bed. That might not happen every year, but I'm gonna cross my fingers and try that again and see if I can get an extra year out of the vincas. I wanted to show you the camphor trees and how they've grown in over the summertime, and then we'll do a full-on pan of the creeping fig so you can see it from a distance versus up close and just how much it's covered. You can tell my hydrangeas, for the most part, are looking great. A little bit tired, just a little bit, from the heat and the sun. The creeping lantana is doing amazing. I bought a couple of ones to fill in, and I probably didn't have to, but I wanted it to look fuller, a little bit quicker. And before I start on the salvia, let me show you the Monterey cypress from last year that I put in the window box. I took it out and I put it over here in the corner. Last November, we planted this Monterey cypress in the kitchen window box, and I'm guessing, but it was probably 8 to 10 inches tall when I put it in the window box. I think I had some yellow begonias, some burgundy violas. We kept it in there until about spring, put it in an urn, and the more I kept looking at it, I thought, I want this to go in the ground. So we looked for a spot, and this is what we chose. I wanted to show you, it's nearly 3 feet tall. So just in that 1 year's time, it's grown quite a bit. Wanted to show you that, and then of course, you can tell my creeping Jenny is everything's just looking really tired from summer. It's still growing, it still looks okay, but I kind of want to freshen it up. I have a full day of planting projects ahead of me, so come along with me. One more thing before I start all my planting projects. A lot of people have been asking about a creeping fig update, and I have hesitated on talking about it because I don't want to be redundant, but I do want to show a full pan of what it looks like. This is one of the few spots near the corner of the shed that still needs to fill in a bit. I think we planted it about a year and a half ago. You can tell right here behind the hydrangeas, this is the best looking part. This is shaded most of the time. And then behind, and the name of this shrub tree slips my mind, but as you go behind the redwoods and near the end by the Oklahoma redbud, this is where it's a little bit more sparse, but really for the most part, it is all covered except for just the tops of it. Again, love that I put it up there. Completely surprised that it grew so quickly and it's done so well despite my German Shepherd and his antics. We have squirrels that run on the top of the wall, and he's always wanting to interact with them, shall we say. So sometimes I see him wanting to jump on the wall. And we have a large possum issue or problem. I don't know. Are they a problem? I don't know. Anyway, from time to time we have possums that hang out up here, and then of course our shepherd will want to jump on the wall, and sometimes that will, you know, pull some pieces down and stuff. But I love it. I love looking out from my house, seeing a green backdrop to what's slowly beginning to be more of a garden look out here. Wanted to show you a quick look at that. I didn't get everything accomplished today that I would have wanted to, but there's always tomorrow. Landed up putting 5 rockin' fuchsia salvia behind me, a few over towards the lemon tree, and I was gonna go ahead and carry it on this little pathway right here, but I thought it would look good if I mirrored the salvia on the other side of the fountain. So I decided to put 3 on that side, so when you're looking from the house, it looks a bit more symmetrical. We also transplanted this Nandina. I don't think I have that on film. This was over by our back laundry room, mudroom door, and that's where we want to put a hose reel. So we transplanted this over here in an effort to kind of help redirect our shepherd away from the hydrangeas, because I would like to eventually, I'm sure you've seen in other videos, I chicken wire this part off just because I don't want him trampling on him and marking him. But if I can get this enough planted, it will redirect him. I think what we're gonna do is pick up another Nandina and put it just on the other side of the picket fence, just so it looks, like I said, more symmetrical. We transplanted a Santa Barbara sage over by the Oklahoma redbud to open up more room for the Merit Supreme hydrangea that we moved over there. And I'll show you a shot of that near the end. I think this will be it for today. Tomorrow I'm hopefully trying to get the snapdragons in and the violas in. It's cooler this week. I think the highs in the 60s, couple of 70s, lows dropping down to the 40s. Next week, we have a whole week of 80s, which I'm not complaining. It's better than 110. And then we drop back down to the 70s. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. Our backyard is a mixture of several grasses, and each year we mow it down really low and spread rye seed all on top of it. And within a few weeks, as this mixture of grass begins to die, the rye comes up and we have rye grass all winter long. So I might film that too as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope your fall has gotten off to a really great start. We'll see you soon. Bye.